I was watching a press conference of the DC governor, mayor yesterday, and this is what I think about what's going on in fucking Washington, DC. So, first off, at this press conference, she and the chief of police or the deputy police, whoever this lady was, they was essentially kind of welcoming Donald Trump and what he just authorized, essentially, which was a very different tune from the day before. And I thought so, but I wasn't sure. So let me tell you what they said before I tell you what the vibe was a day before. So when they were being interviewed, first off, the lady literally was visibly uncomfortable. I'm not the mentalist, but she looked like she was under duress. She looked like, if I don't do this, I'm going to lose my job. And outside of it being extremely hot outside, she and the deputy and the reporter that was interviewing her were sweating profusely. So she said she welcomed the Trump administration, that, it's business as usual. They needed this help anyway. And then the deputy gets on and says, we're 800 officers short, so they stepped in right on time. They're very compliant. This is exactly what we needed in the time that we needed it. Even though our crime rates are the lowest they've been in 30 years. But the day before, she was running it. She was jamming it. We don't need them here. This is an abuse of power, XYZ. And so I was like, what happened? So after some further research, bitch, now this mess, bitch. After some further research, apparently in between that meeting and this meeting, or this interview, that interview and this interview, Donald Trump's team met with her. And I am like, what y'all think that conversation was like? I think it was more or less like, listen, you can do this or we'll get somebody else to do it. Like, keep your job or not. And listen, it's hard being an activist when your job depend on it. Like, it's very interesting. It's a very dangerous field. And the question is, because I saw somewhere else, another man who was put in a hot political seat, he was just like, do I just stay here and give in to what he said? Because like I just said, somebody else is going to do it. So at least if I stay here and comply with what he's saying I should do, I'll still have oversight. And I at least know I'm the only real or right person in this seat. Listen, the game of politics is insane right now. On top of them, and let's not talk about, so I've also been doing further research this morning about what's going on in DC. And so, bitch, I just saw a video of them in certain communities going up to people. It's a certain offense that I want to make y'all aware of, bitch. A police officer walked over to some dudes that was, I don't know if this was around Howard's campus, because they did do this around Howard's campus as well, but in a black community, and they were smoking and drinking on their porch. And the officer, I could tell it was a white man. He sounded so happy, but he was just like, yeah, about Donald Trump's, his new law enforcement. He told him what he was doing, and he was just like, quality of life offense. He told the man, it's illegal to drink and smoke outside. So y'all be mindful of the quality of life offense. As a person who is a rule breaker, you will see me smoking anytime, any place, anywhere. I would not smoke or drink, whether it's legal or not, in Washington, D.C., because this is how people think, whether it's right or not, whether you have it's your right or not. Like, the way I think about this is, it's kind of like being in a abusive relationship. Like, you kind of just gotta give in and find no matter how wrong whatever is going on, and find a good time for escape, or just ride it out until it's actually over. You get what I'm saying? Until they impeach this boy, or until he get out of here, or until he gone, no matter whether it's right or wrong, we just kind of got to comply and go through the process and understand that the process would be unfair. However, if we don't do that, what's going to happen is they're going to use quality of life offenses to take us out. Because, and they're targeting areas where they know people will be doing this. If you go to a place outside of the club, if you go to a college campus, you know that's where they doing it at. They're targeting certain places, and I understand you got rights, but your rights don't fucking matter. Do you understand we're in a lawless time? Right or wrong, don't matter. I'm just telling you what to do that I think, personally, I would do to keep myself safe. And him talking about doing this in other cities is just absolutely insane. But this is where we're at. This is what you voted for. Like, and I'm going to say this. I was thinking about this as I was getting dressed. White man, you're the only man that can do something right now. You got the power. The white men are the only people who can fight this right now. Not the white woman, not the black. Not the black people need to sit down and shit up. I keep saying that shit. The most thing I can do is get the news for you and tell you, and I'm looking for the nearest white man to tell. The nearest white man with a good heart. Where you at? I'm gonna tell you what I just saw. But as for me, I can't do nothing. As for me and my house, we gonna just sit down and keep swiping looking for the tea. Because you're not about to catch me in the streets. They putting the bait in the streets for the black people. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're looking for a reason. Don't give it to them. I don't care. This is not a time to be indignant. This is not a time to stand in your morals and laurels. They wrong. Yes, it don't matter. They wrong. Let them be wrong. You know what? You're right, buddy. Let me put this out and go in the house. Thank you for being kind to me. I love you. That's the only response when an officer walk up to you and tell you that he could arrest you for smoking and drinking outside, even though you know it's legal. Oh, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Thank you. Let me put this out right now. Oh, you're so kind. You and your wife, you're going to live a long time, and you just walk in the house and you find you a smoke room, bitch. You get what I'm saying? But I don't know if this is the State of the Union address, but I keep saying that we're in shambles. We're in shambles. I got so much to do today, but I just want to talk about what was going on in Washington, D.C. and really give my thoughts on it. It's dangerous. And all of this because he trying to distract away from some files. And again, and I said this in another video, I also think he's afraid, especially when I think about J.D. Vance being trolled in the city and him having the Secret Service go and vet each person that was staying in the nearest vicinity of him to make sure they are who they said they are. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you do so much fucked up shit to people, you never know who trying to get you or where they trying to get you or why they trying to get you. So from that perspective, I understand why they doing this to DC, because they're petrified. First, I was afraid. I was petrified, thinking I could never live without you by my side. That's what they be saying to the Secret Service. Because that's what they have. That's just the reality they've created for themselves, and we're just a byproduct of their actions and their reactions. And even for him to say that there is the summit coming up in today or tomorrow. Well, tomorrow. So an increased presence in DC when we have Vladimir Putin coming to town seems rational. You get what I'm saying? So it could be a lot of different things going on as to why Donald Trump doing this, including covering up the Epstein files. But I just wanted to talk about it. It's dangerous. That's how you handle it. Wrong or right, it don't matter. Just move around if they give you the opportunity to move around, and be grateful for the move around, no matter how wrong somebody is, because we're in the upside down, where the wrong is right and the right is wrong. And you just got to understand that. And as a person that's my complexion or any variation or shade on the diaspora, you're in danger. You're in trouble. They hunting you. They hunting niggas. And they don't care what origin, what you speak, where you from. If you dark skin or you are from, they want you to act up. Act up so you could get snatched up. That's what they want. They want you to act up so you could get snatched up. So don't.